Guys, welcome to another Earthworks Hub live podcast. So today I'm going to do an ad hoc live podcast with a very special gentleman. So we haven't really had that much time to prepare for this. We've sort of just decided today, let's do it tonight, and we're doing it. So we're here, we're doing it live. So if we make any mistakes, put up with us. I'm also gonna post this up afterwards, so there will be an edited version without all the faults in there. But without further ado, I want to introduce to you Alex from ADM Civil and Landscape. Alex, thanks very much for choosing to join us live.
Thanks for having me.
No worries, man. No worries. As I was just saying earlier, yeah, a lot of people get nervous about doing the interview in general, but doing it live is just like another thing. So another level. So thanks for doing it, man.
Yeah, that's all right.
That's it. That's it. So yeah, the sound is all good. Everything seems to be going well with the microphones and that, which is a good sign. So tell us a little bit about yourself. So I do see on Instagram you're in. How do I say that? Is that Warrimoo in New South Wales?
Yeah. So I'm from Western Sydney, the Blue Mountains. So most of my work is based in Western Sydney. I work down in the city sometimes, or
Yeah.
go up the coast, or I'd love to go out west wherever the work takes me. But yeah, most of my work is in. I'm based in the Blue Mountains, but most of my work's base is Western Sydney based. Yeah,
Uh-huh. All
yeah.
right. And before we go further, what does ADM actually stand for?
It's nothing special. It's just my initials,
Oh,
Alexander David McBride.
oh,
Nothing too
there you go.
fancy. Trying to think of a business name was one of the hardest challenges, and I just gave up. Everything I thought was really good
Yeah,
was taken, and I just gave up. So I was like, ADM, that'll do.
yeah.
So yeah,
Oh, that's good, man. Yeah, you know what? It makes it easier to remember as well.
Y-
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
That's it. That's it. And then, yeah, judging by the name, you do what civil and landscape work. So tell us a bit about your company and what you actually do.
So mate, I do everything. So I'm a civil landscaper by trade. I started off doing residential, a bit of high-end stuff, and then got into the commercial side, which is just the best. I used to work for a big company out here, Greater West Landscapes. Worked my way through the ranks there. Started as an operator. I've been operating for 18 years. I started in, I think, 2006, just banging around on little bobcats and dingoes, and then here I am now. So that's how I got on the machines. But I started working for a big landscaper about, I don't know, 8 years ago, and big, got into the commercial side of landscaping and absolutely loved it. It's a bit of everything. I've done sports fields, playgrounds, parks, skate parks. It's just the best. And that stuff's super rewarding, because when you're doing stuff like that, you're building it for families and kids, and people to go and enjoy. So yeah, it's super rewarding work, and it's super challenging with the playgrounds and parks. There to the millimeter. If it's not right, ball's not right, you rip it out, do it again. Uh, haven't been lucky that it hasn't happened on my job, but I've seen it happen on other jobs, and it's yeah, not too fun. So keeps you on your toes, but it's super rewarding work, and I love doing it. So yeah.
Yeah, yeah. No, I hear you, man, because I did a lot of commercial landscaping,
Mm,
especially towards the last few years. So we did all the same thing, a lot of streetscapes, nature strips,
yeah.
all the bollards, the trees, and then all the parks and all that stuff. And it's rewarding. Yeah, you're right. And and what I like about it is that you get to be in different machines. So I used to have the posi track and 5 ton combo with them
Mm.
and the tipper, and yeah, I was able to sort of rotate and go through the different machines. So I wasn't stuck in the one all the time. Is that sort of what you do as well?
Yeah. So um, yeah, I'm happy to get out of the machines, and it's nice to have a bit of a break from them. I've got a 5 tonner and a bogey that I do a lot of combo work with that, which is good. But I'm happy to jump in anything bigger and anything smaller,
Yeah,
or just beat me on the ground. Um, yeah, running jobs. That's probably my favorite thing, is putting it all
yeah.
together. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Oh yeah, cool. So what you actually, so do you work for a larger company? Is that what you're saying? And then you just like subby to them, or is that how it
Yeah,
works?
so I got my start when I started my business. I had a hard time getting finance for a machine, and I ended up subcontracting to a bigger company called Rhomba Civil and Landscape, and as a foreman, and I built a skate park with them in a big playground and two playgrounds and a skate park for them, and I managed the job and yeah, and plenty of times in machines, building rock walls, playgrounds, overseeing concrete go in, spraying concrete, building, shaping the skate park myself, and so it's really cool.
Yeah, yeah. There is. Romba's actually come on now. There you
Uh,
go.
Rhomba is the reason that I'm still going. They help me out every day, and yeah, if you're gonna follow anyone, follow Rhomba because they're they're the best.
That's
They
it.
do a lot of sports fields and stuff, and I've had a bit of a dabble in that, and had a go at the GPS on the Greater Blade, and yeah, they're really awesome.
Yeah.
Anyway,
No. Oh, good, good, man. Now, I noticed because I was looking at your Instagram profile recently, and then I noticed that you had them hashtagged a lot. So
yeah,
I knew you must have something to do with them. Yeah, that's good.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
What equipment have you got? So you say you got a 5 tonner and you call them bogies, we call them tandems here. So
Oh,
um,
okay.
it's
Must be a New
it's
South Wales thing.
yeah, it's something different, but it's same thing, I suppose. But what do you actually have? What brands have you got?
So Cat, I've got a Cat 305E, 305.5. It was my dream machine that when that came out 10 years ago, and I actually have it now. So, um, I love seeing it every day. Like the new 306s are amazing, and I'm, it's my next machine on the bucket list. But yeah, I love my little 5 tonner, and I've got a Hino 700 FS. So the bigger horsepower Hino does exactly what I needed to do. Tips dirt,
Yeah,
drives. Yeah, it's
that's it.
perfect. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome, man. Very good. Have you had anything else like before that? Is that your only setup you've had, or have you had other things in the past?
Yeah, that's where I'm. That's it. Yeah, just that in the Ute, and now I'm just trying to grow from here. So yeah.
Oh, awesome, man. Awesome. Someone's asking, I just had a question there from someone. Are you using any technology yourself? That was from Jenna Troy. Is that on the, do they mean like in the machine, or do they mean maybe they can confirm like GPS or something, or a rover? I don't know. Like, well, what about that? Answering it in both ways, I suppose. What technology do you use?
Uh, just a laser at the moment. Dual grade laser is all I've got, but definitely looking to get some. Uh, well, the new 306s, which I'm looking to get in one next year. They've got an inbuilt 2D system,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
I'll probably be going for that. It's a big extra, but so it'd be so handy just to be able to, you know, benchmark yourself and then dig a pad or do whatever you got to do.
yeah,
I would like to looking to get in like a rover next year. So this year I'm just pretty pretty packed out, but next year will be the money spending.
yeah,
So probably getting looking to investing into maybe a rover or maybe UTS in the future. It's
yeah.
definitely like after using it in a posse and setting out, I set out a whole skate park with a UTS, and what they can do is incredible. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, it's true. It's true. All the landscaping companies I worked for also just had the rovers, walked around, set all the heights for me, set all the where all the boundaries and stuff, and it's just
mm.
so much easier having that. So I think you're right. Technology is the way to go. Oh, we've got Matt
Oh,
Agridig. We've got people from the other side of the world. Matt, welcome as well. Matt from the UK. I had him on. I don't know if you listened to some of the older episodes, but Matt is from Wales in the UK,
yeah,
and
I've
I had
heard
him
him.
on as
Yeah,
well. Yeah.
I've heard him.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah, I think you're right. I think yeah, UTS and things like that. It's just going to be like the norm eventually.
Yeah, I'm dying to get ahead of it, ahead of the trend. So I'm looking to invest in that as soon as I have the money to do so. As you
Yeah,
know, it's not cheap. So
it is.
yeah,
Unfortunately, it is costly.
yeah,
I am hearing though, like places like that or companies like Uni Control and that they're all bringing out these systems that are a bit more affordable now.
mm,
So maybe that means that the more companies that are sort of coming out means that prices are going to come down. I'm not sure. We'll see how that goes.
yeah. I'll definitely be keen. I know Topcon just brought a brand new base model out the last couple of days, and I'm pretty keen to check that out and see what that can do. And sorry, when I say that, base model UTS sort of look like a more beginner one, not
Yeah.
beginner, but, not as
Yeah,
intense
like a
as the
basic.
bigger ones.
Yeah,
Yeah, that'll
yeah,
do me. I don't need to be. I'm not building skyscrapers, so
yeah, yeah.
that'll
True,
do me. Yeah.
true, true. So with your company, so
Mhm.
ADM Civil, is it just so it's just yourself from what I gather? Have you got any employees or have you ever had any?
No, no employees yet. I subcontract a lot of guys in to give me hands when I need to, whether that's truck drivers, concreters, other landscapers, other machine operators. I'm just not at the stage yet where I'm ready to put someone on because I don't know if I want to put a landscaper on or chuck someone on the machine and then I go on landscape because my heart's in landscaping and and I love the machines as well. It's sort of in both, so I'm sort of torn. Like, what do I want to be doing? Driving the diggers or building parks? So yeah.
Yeah. Have you ever like quoted any yourself, like from like any jobs yourself, or do you mainly just do sort of hourly hire and that?
I do plenty of residential quoting. Yeah, when I started my business 2 years ago, my 5-year plan was to have a park completely built by me, the whole thing, and that's my 5-year goal, and I'm still working towards that. So I'll have to get definitely a few more people under my belt before I can really make that happen. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, and you know what? It's good that you've given yourself a 5-year goal. That's
yeah,
one thing a lot of people don't do is actually sit down and write down some goals because I think it's important. I remember one year I sat down and wrote some goals for the whole year, and I actually because I knew what I wanted to do then, I actually achieved all of them within less than a year. And then the next year, I didn't put any goals together, and I felt like I was just floating along, like I was just letting customers call me, and I was just sort of going with the flow rather than actually going in any set direction. You know what I mean? So I felt
yeah.
to be lost.
Oh,
Um,
it's easy to feel lost
yeah.
like that. Yeah.
Um, oh, that's good. So you've got the machines. So most of your work seems to be like landscaping and that. I noticed you did do some civil works, or is that part of the landscaping, all that footpaths and that I saw?
Oh, yeah. That's part and parcel. That's another contractor I work for. They just bash out thousands of squares a day of footpath, and I just go and rip it up for them.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah,
that's good fun work. If you just chuck your Netflix on or put a podcast on, and you just go for the day, and it's a nice cruisy day.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. I've got Matt's asking if we've got iDig over here. We do have iDig. I've never used it, but I know a couple of guys that do use that. Have you ever used that at all, Alex, or not?
Uh, I've seen it at the Diesel Dirt and Turf Expo. I think it'd be really great if you could have it. If definitely be able to just anything that you can just set your bench without having to get out of the machine and you can just go dig, mate. That'd be unreal. So
Yeah,
I've quoted it up and I've thought about it. Just I'm maybe just waiting for the next machine to come along and then I can
yeah. I
get
suppose you
in
can,
that.
yeah, incorporate it in that cost. Yeah,
Mm.
exactly. Yeah, yeah. There's nothing worse than when you're doing the job by yourself and you got to get out, check the laser, come back, jump in, and then go back out, check it again. A pain in the
Mm.
ass, isn't it?
Oh yeah, yeah. If you're bashing out
Yeah,
footpath or something, you just you can bench off the curb, go and don't have to move
yeah,
out
yeah,
the seat all day.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, so true, so true.
Mm.
So what I might do, just to make things a bit interesting, I'm going to try something different with this episode. If I can just find my document here, I'm going to do a little quick 10-question sort of survey, and that'll help viewers get to know you a bit better as well. and then a bit of fun as well at the same time. So
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you a couple of questions here. So I don't know if you're prepared for some of these. So just say whatever you want, man.
Hit me with it.
Oh, are you ready for it?
Yeah, go for it.
All right. So what is your favorite piece of equipment or machine? So it doesn't have to be just machines, but it could be anything, equipment, tools.
Had to be my Digger. I've wanted it for 10 years. I got it 2 years ago, and I love seeing it every hour. So every hour I click over, I've got a smile on my face.
Yeah.
Even when a hose blows or it breaks down, I just love it. So yeah.
Oh, good, man. Good.
Yeah.
Now, what is your favorite movie or TV show?
A bit of a kid at heart. Favorite TV show is definitely Futurama. Might be a bit controversial for all the Simpsons fans, but I don't know. I've always loved it. I've always stuck through.
Yeah, true, man. True. Yeah, no, I do. I used to watch a bit of that
Yeah.
myself. Yeah, true. Now with the kids and that, I always watch all their stuff most of the time, so I don't get to watch anything. It's either what they want or nothing. Yeah. All right. No, cool. What are your hobbies? So what do you do like out of apart from work?
Big time skateboarder. So I've been skateboarding for I don't know over 25 years. So I don't go hard or anything like I used to, but just rolling around is that's my favorite thing to do. Is just get on the board and go down to the local park or the park I built and just go roll around, and it always puts a smile on my face.
Cool, man. Hey, do you go like yeah, Terra Pro is loving that. He's a skater as well.
Yeah, I remember listening to him. I thought he'd love that.
Yeah, there you go. Can you like go up on the ramps and that? Do you do like jumps off the the half pipes and that? Do you actually can you go
Yeah,
that far?
yeah. So there's a big bowl down at Bondi, and I was skating in it, and I used to go there like twice a week. And I'm from the mountains, so it's like a 2 hour drive in, train ride in or drive in. It's just the worst place to get to from the mountains. And I just absolutely cooked myself in it one day and broke my collarbone and called the ambulance. And the Bondi rescue crew came over and shoved a camera in my face
Oh,
straight after they gave me the green whistle, and I was just cooked. It never made it to air, but uh, I've got photos of me with the camera in my face, just
oh.
absolutely cooked.
So
Yeah,
you could have been on Bondi Rescue. There you go.
could have been, yeah, claim to fame.
Oh man. Oh, cool. That's cool. I always tried skating and that, and I can't even do an ollie after all those years. Can't do anything. Just simple the crab walk. I think that's the only thing I can do. Is that what it's called? Yeah, the
Yeah,
crab walk, isn't it?
crab walk, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the only thing I can probably do, man. Terra Pro saying it was the Fitzy Bowls for me. I think it means is it Fitzroy? It must be Fitzroy. There you go.
That's in Melbourne.
Yeah, no.
It's in
It's in
Melbourne.
Melbourne, yeah.
Oh,
It must be.
yeah. He'd know
Have
Bondi
you,
though.
oh, yeah, for sure. Then. Yeah, he would, yeah. Ah, cool, man. There you go. See, it's something we don't know about you. So that's your hobby. So what is your favorite holiday destination? So whether you've been there or haven't been there, so what would be your favorite?
Uh, Either the snow, anywhere where you can go snowboarding, or favorite holiday destination. I don't even know. Maybe out
What about,
west camping or just down at the snow.
yeah,
Probably the snow. Yeah.
probably the snow. Anywhere there's
Yeah.
snow. Have you been like to like out of Australia to snow? Like a lot of people go to New Zealand and that.
No, I've never been that lucky.
No.
I've got four snowboards at home, ready to go, pack them all up, but I just never been. I need to go to New Zealand, go to the snow over there.
Yeah, apparently a lot of people go there because it's supposed to be really awesome. Yeah.
Mm.
There you go. All right. So we'll say anywhere that there's snow. Uh, who is an idol or a mentor or someone that you look up to?
I saw this question when you
Yeah.
chance to think.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, what about someone, anyone, even like like a celebrity or I don't know, anyone that you sort of look up to?
oh, oh, mate, I'm actually drawing a blank.
You know what we'll do? We'll skip that one.
Yeah,
We'll come back. We'll come back to it. You might think of it as we go.
yeah.
All right. What is your favorite car brand?
Aston
Oh,
Martin.
Aston Martin.
Yeah,
See, like a DB9 or something like that, or
DBS.
or
The new Vanquish looks pretty sweet.
the Vanquish?
Oh,
Yes, yeah, I do. I
yeah.
like, yeah. No, good choice, man. I like it. You haven't got any like toy cars or anything?
No,
No?
just my Digga's my Digger and my truck is all I got.
Yeah.
They're my toys. Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Um, are you a shoes on in your cabin or a shoes off person? Like, do you keep it so neat you have to take your shoes off, or do you just jump in?
I keep it pretty neat. Um, but in a 5 tonne you can't. You just like I wish I could. Some days it's pretty clean. But a lot of the time, no, it's doors open, dust is coming in. I try to brush it out. I've got my own little brush in there and brush it out every day. But I've driven with my boots off in the socks, and it's an amazing feeling. But I'm not always that lucky. So yeah,
Yeah, yeah. I feel like with landscaping as well, that's what I found. You're constantly in and out. Someone's on the rake, you're
yeah,
doing stuff, you're moving, so you
yeah,
can't constantly put your shoes on off. Yeah,
yeah,
it's true. Yeah, and you know what? I used to get bagged for having my window open sometimes or the door, but I think with a 5 tonner, a lot of times you're taking instructions. Yeah, so you're trying to like listen, and it's easier just to have the window open and listen to what they're saying.
yeah,
Is that what
yeah.
you find?
Oh yeah, if you got a spotter there, you got to have your door open, tunes off, earpods out. You got to be paying attention. You have to do the right thing. Um, yeah,
Yeah, true. All right. So you're a shoes on person. You're like me then. That's it.
yeah. I wish I was. When I get a 13 or a 14, might be a shoes off, but not at the
Yeah.
moment.
No, that's fair enough. What type of music do you listen to?
Uh, I'm an old school punk rock kid. Um, yeah, just punk rock. That's always been my thing. Friends
Yeah.
or Wrong for all the oldies out there. That's always been my favorite band, and
Yeah.
music that doesn't take itself too seriously.
Yeah. It
Yeah,
must be a skater thing. Is that because the skate thing goes
yeah,
with it?
probably, yeah, yeah.
Oh, there you go, man. And you mentioned earlier about podcasts, like listening to them in the cab. What do you prefer? What do you listen to more, podcasts or music while you're working?
Oh, podcasts. Yeah, podcasts every day. Um, just almost through Earthworks Hub and
Yeah.
almost up to date with Earthworks Hub. But yeah, Hamish and Andy or crime or history, anything that can make my brain still think while I'm digging away.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah. It's true, and it doesn't have to be always earthworks related. Yeah, I know a lot of guys that listen to crime and history and stuff. Well,
yeah,
just
yeah.
keeps them going, you know. Yeah, no, awesome. That's good. That's good. So I think a lot of people will resonate with this stuff. So that's why I thought I'll introduce these questions, you know.
Mm.
And the last one is, if you couldn't do what you're doing now, what else would you be doing as a job? Like, what else would you reckon you'd be doing?
Oh, I would have been an international spy on my Aston Martin, mate.
Yeah,
No,
James Bond.
yeah, that was
Oh
it.
man.
Yeah, I was going to bet, and then I love digging too much, so that's why I'm here.
Yeah, yeah,
No, I don't know. I don't know. I went to uni when I got out of high school. Always wanted to be a radiologist because I used to break bones and stuff all the time, and I was fascinated by X-rays but it doesn't nothing really tickles my interest as much as landscaping and just right machines and earth moving and all that kind of stuff. Yeah,
yeah, yeah. No, that's good. It's good. Oh, well, it means you love the industry that much. That's good.
yeah.
Awesome, man. No, thank you. That was it. That was it. That was just 10 questions
Mm.
to get to know you a bit better. So hopefully everyone got something out of that. Someone wrote, "You all punks are not dead." There you go. So somebody else is resonating with that. All right. Before we continue on, I just have to do a quick shout out to all my sponsors. So that is, and I'll do it in reverse order because I always go the other way around. Earthmoving Warehouse, Godings, Digga Lid, JR Safety Co, Nexgen Landscaping, and Earthworks, Spartan Machinery, Melbourne Tractors, the Bole Group. So the Bole Group have given me a jersey to wear, and Network Finance. So It's funny because I'm actually working for the Bole Group this week, and you probably saw the post of
Mm,
me breaking their
mm.
Komatsu. So I laughed, and he just gave me the jumper like literally half an hour before that happened. I didn't even have the tag off it yet, and I said when I broke it, I said, "Do you want me to just give the jumper back, man, and just pack up?" And he started laughing. He goes, "No, no, keep it, man, keep it." But yeah, I can't believe that, man. That breakdown, I can't believe it.
Uh,
I don't feel as bad because I know that it's happened before. So obviously it's a weak spot on there, but it's a bad feeling, man. I hate that. Have you had any big sort of breakdowns as well?
um, yeah. So, so my hydraulic coupler blew the other day. Got stuck on the road, 3 o'clock on a Friday. Just had to skull drag it off to the side, which was fun.
Oh,
I've snapped the top of two dipper arms.
yeah.
Just not snapped. I've cracked them.
Is that where
Just
the ram hold what holds the ram where the
yeah,
ram pin goes through?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's common, man. That's common, especially on the
And
5 tonners. Very common.
and a lot of them will have a hole there, and it's always where they just go, and it's
Yeah,
just a killer. Like my machine's got that, so I'm
yeah,
always checking it. Because when I cracked it on the same machine, but not that one. It was just fatigued. 8,000 hours on the machine, and it just went. It was had an extended dipper arm and a 1,500 bucket on a 5 tonner. It was just a 5 tonner trying to be an 8 tonner, and it just went after so long. So yeah.
yeah. Yeah, true. The 1500 bucket. That's why one of my machines, I think it was the Cabalco SK50. I had a
Mm.
5 tonner Cabalco, and they had a 1500 bucket on it, and that's the one that snapped on the top.
Yeah.
And also, what I found was the machine would like you'd lift up too much material with it, and you'd almost tip over. So from then on, every 5 tonner, I just had a 1200 bucket on it, nothing bigger. Um,
Yeah, I've got a 1,200, and yeah, I won't go anything bigger.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. No, I agree, man. I agree. All right. How long did you say you had the business for? So you've been in it for like what you say, 18 years, whatever. But what about the
Oh, I've
actual
been
business?
driving machines for about 18 years, but I've been 2 years ago I started the business.
Oh, you did say that.
Um,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah. What's
yeah.
JST? JST excavation saying good to get inside the heads of one of the goats. Cheers,
He,
lads.
he's one of my mates. Yeah, he's going to be on in a couple of weeks.
Is he?
Oh,
Oh,
he's a weapon operator as well. Good old
yeah.
Jaden. Yeah,
Oh, there
yeah,
you go,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
There you go. JST, man. No, thank you for the comments for the goats. I love it. Oh, no, good, good. All right, so you've been in it for 2 years.
Mm.
So that means were you started doing that during COVID, or was that after COVID you started?
Post-COVID, post-COVID.
Post-COVID. All
Yeah.
right, because I was going to ask you how you traveled through COVID. How did you travel through that? How'd you go with it?
Um, we definitely had it better than what Melbourne did, which was good. But we got a 2 week lockdown. I was on this big parkland job, and we had oh about 10 bits of plant, and I can't even they gave us like 24 hours notice that they were going to shut the state down. I can't remember exactly, but they said they're going to shut it down, and on a Sunday, everyone rushed out to take everything, float everything away, and lock up everything, get everything that value out of the containers, and that was it. But wearing masks was a killer. Yeah, it was pretty rough. Don't want to go back. That's
Yeah.
for sure.
No, I think the only thing that I liked about COVID was that there was less traffic on the road, so that was
Oh
one good thing for us.
yeah,
Because I've
yeah,
noticed it's gone back to crazy now. Like it's ridiculous on the roads. I don't know why, but it's just gone
yeah.
nuts. Recently, I've noticed it a lot more. But yeah, that was my favorite thing, man. Just less cars on the road.
Oh, I agree with you. Working in town, just you leave at your normal time, and you rock up half an hour early. And you're like, why am I here so early?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, definitely hear you, man. I definitely hear you. What about maintenance and that? So, what do you do? Do you get someone to fix it all for you, or do you do some of it yourself?
Uh, um, I've got a really, really good mechanic. He does. I've got a really good truck mechanic, and I've got a really good excavator mechanic, and tape mechanic, and I'm on it every 250 hours, every 10,000 Ks. Everything gets serviced. I'm not so mechanically minded. Like I'm all right, but I'm not good enough to be able to take it into my own hands. And I trust my mechanic, and he gives me the report every time. So when I get asked, hop on a job, and they ask me for service history, I've got it all. So yeah,
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah.
get under and grease the truck, and I'll make sure it's all tidy. But that's about where I stop.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
True.
yeah,
True. Yeah. And look, that's fair enough. A lot of people don't I suppose, are not interested in knowing all the mechanicals and that, and they're not phased by just paying the mechanic, because a lot of people think they're saving money by doing it themselves, which you probably can. But then
yeah,
yeah, there's advantages as well. Yeah, of the mechanical might see things you don't see, and
yeah.
do a bit more of a thorough job, maybe. Hopefully, some of them. Yeah.
I'm really good at sitting in the seat and pulling the levers. I'm not as good fixing it, and I'll admit that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just not my strong point.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd love to say
Uh,
I could.
Yeah, no, you know what? It's fine. I suppose, you know what? I had a crash course in learning how to fix things, because there was a stage where I had a few machines going, and then I didn't have time to wait for mechanics, so I just had to try and just work it out myself. And lucky I mingle with cars a bit, and meddle with cars and do things, so I had some mechanical knowledge. But yeah, when it gets a bit too detailed, I'm the same, man. I just give it to them,
Mm.
you know. And time wise, yeah, like I think I'd rather sometimes just pay it, and then I can just go home and see my family, rather than stay there till 8 o'clock at night doing stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So, what about? So, I was going to ask you about chasing payment and that, but obviously, I don't know. Have you ever had to chase payments and that, or had any issues with that? And what have you done?
I've always been paid. Sometimes it's later than normal. But I've I've been pretty lucky. I've only been in it for 2 years. Everyone's had stories of how they've been burnt, or they've, oh, this guy's not paying, or I can't get any money out of them, or they're paying, 30 days, 60 days. I've been pretty fortunate with getting paid compared to a lot of guys out there. So touch on wood, it'll stay like that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, I have been pretty fortunate. I've got a lot of mates out there. I was talking to a guy the other day who, you know, someone went under. They were being used as a bank, and they were down 100 grand, and that kind of stuff scares me. So I try to keep everything as, my terms as short as possible. So yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Especially now when it's a bit quieter, and now I'm hearing a lot of stories of like people going under and stuff. So now is probably the most important time to make sure you get paid, and really, really make sure that you know who your customers are,
yeah,
before you actually go and do work for them.
yeah,
Is it?
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty particular with who I work for. Like I've got a small, pretty small network of guys you know, I get recommended, or everyone's got references, and everyone knows each other up here, and um, everyone's pretty good that I've worked for. And when I do residential jobs, I'm really a bit more vigilant. I've had a few uh, nightmare clients, and I'm pretty good at scanning them now, and
Yeah.
I'd rather just say no to a headache than yes. So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. True. What's it like at the moment, like in New South Wales? Because I know here it's really, really quiet. However, I have to admit, recently I've had a little bit of a spike. Like people are starting to call again and that, but it's been really, really quiet. And a lot of guys are saying like they're struggling and people looking for work. How is it there?
Oh, that breaks my heart hearing that down there. Um, we're pretty lucky. So we've got a big airport going in Western Sydney that they've been talking about for 50 years, and they're finally starting to build it. The Badgerys Creek, Western Sydney Airport, that'll be built in, I think, first plane's going off in 2026, or maybe next year, I don't know. But
Yeah.
that's just it, just the hub for that, and all the infrastructure to get there, the train lines that are going in, all the bus, all the widings of all the roads. That's taken up a lot of resources. So, and that just funnels out everywhere. Subdivisions going up left, right, and centre. even with house prices going up, there seems to still be plenty of houses being sold, and so plenty of lots being sold up here that I've seen. That's but yeah, we've been pretty lucky up here because of that, and that 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 kind of big stuff really does trickle down to the smaller guys like me who can still get out there and make a dollar.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's good to hear because I'm hearing through all my other live sessions that a lot of the other states are still doing quite well. So it seems to be
Mm,
just more Victoria. We're copying it definitely. I can tell you that. Yeah. I see even on all the Facebook groups and there's people always advertising, looking, saying that they're available for work. Machines are up for hire. People are renting their machines at the moment just to keep them moving. So.
yeah.
I noticed a lot of that, and a lot of people looking for work. So a lot of companies are
Mm.
obviously getting rid of people.
Yeah, oh, look, there's parts in Sydney that are like that as well. I've had weeks where, you call everyone, oh no, I've got nothing. And then the next week, if phone does stop ringing, you could have 10 machines. Um, so yeah, I found it more busy than not busy.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And what about how do you go about finding work for yourself? So what do you do to keep yourself getting work?
Um, I've got my network of uh, other machine operators. You know, oh, how are you guys going? Do they need other operators? Just communicating with other guys and seeing what's going on, because they're the guys that you can really trust. Oh, I'm working on this job, but they're slow payers, or it's going to end soon, or
Yeah,
whatever. Yeah, or I don't know, I've just got my little network
yeah.
that I've worked really hard to gain, and um, they're
So
my
what
references.
you just feed each other work, is it? Like if they can't do something or they
Yeah,
hear about something coming up.
yeah, or whoever they're contracting to might need more guys, or whatever. With the machine
Yeah,
stuff that just floats away, and I'm trying to pick up a bit more of my own work, so I'm not just doing alley hire. The alley hire stuff's great, but um, there's definitely more, probably a bit more interested in doing the jobs that I can put my whole name to.
yeah. Like quote the whole thing then.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
So do you think that it's better to do that, like to like go for quoted jobs rather than hourly? Like what advice would you give to people?
Oh, I like the challenge. Um, I like the challenge of doing all of that. Eventually, I'll have to, if I do grow, I'll have to put an estimator on. They can quote the jobs and all that kind of stuff. But I do like the challenge of, you know, using like I can sit in a machine, I can operate, I can trim, I can do anything need to do on a machine. I'm pretty confident on that. I'm not going to be the world's best operator. I don't care about that, but I can do what I need to do on a machine.
Yeah,
And now I like the challenge of, you know, I really want to, build some really cool stuff, and yeah, that's more what I really enjoy
yeah,
doing.
yeah.
So yeah,
So at the moment, you're saying that in the future, if you grew, you'd have to get an estimator. So do you do all your own sort of paperwork and that as well? Then I gather you do all your invoicing, quoting, everything.
yeah, doing my own invoicing quoting. I've got a really good accountant. He does all my bookwork. I think he was on here before, but
Yeah,
yeah, he does all that kind of stuff, and um, it's good having uh, people who can do that kind of stuff. Like the mechanic, I could probably work out how to maintain my machine. I wouldn't be the best at it. I could work out how to do my accounting, but I wouldn't be the best at it. And I don't know. I like to let go of a bit of that kind of control, so I can focus on what I'm really good at.
yeah, yeah. Leave it to the experts. Yeah, that's it,
Yeah,
man. Yeah, no,
yeah,
I agree. I agree. Yeah, and it's hard. It's hard to let go. Like sometimes I'm the same as you. Like it took me a while to realize that it's better off
mm,
just let them do it because they're the experts of that. I just keep digging. That's my expertise. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Stick to what I know. I
Yeah.
challenge myself in
No.
other ways. So yeah.
True. True. What about attachments and that? Like, what attachments have you used?
I've used a lot on a posi. Um, Obviously, bucket, forks. Uh, Spend a little bit of time on a grater blade. Love to spend more on a box grater. That was really great. Trimming up a couple of sports fields. On the machine, I've used forestry mowers on excavators and posies. I've used I've used most attachments, I think. Rock
Augers.
saw is probably my favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah, augers, hammers, all that kind of
Yeah.
stuff. I love grabs and all that kind of stuff. But probably either the forestry mowers or a rock saw would be my they'd be the most exciting things for me.
That I was just gonna ask you that. Yeah, which one's your most favorite? So you say rock saw.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't used one, and I think at one of the jobs we're doing, I think a rock saw probably would have been handy, just to just cut things up before we actually start ripping it all up. Is that what have you used it for?
I've used it for cutting logs, cutting rock. Uh, um, I guess that's what I use it for. Mostly just sandstone.
Oh, oh
Uh,
yeah, yeah,
I've never cut a face of a wall with one. I'd love to do that. See how good you can get it without getting
yeah,
marks, saw marks everywhere. But um, yeah, they're fun. Sit in the
yeah,
cab and you just watch it go and just be steady with it. Um,
yeah,
I like anything I can be really detailed with. So
yeah.
yeah, I quite like the saw for that. Yeah.
Have you ever used the vibe plate? I remember once I
Yeah.
worked for a landscaping mob, and we were doing like a slide that was going to be in the park for kids, but it was like a concrete slide. It was going to be made of concrete, so they wanted me to use the vibe plate on my 5 tonner to vibe all the rock in. You
Yep.
know, what I mean, get it ready for the formwork. That was interesting, trying to bloody vibe going up the slope. I tell you what, it wasn't every time you get up to the top, starts vibing, all the rock just comes back down.
Well, I've used five plates for doing that. Compaction wheel definitely works better on clay, but which we've got so much clay in Western Sydney, so that definitely works. But the vibe plates are also good. I've done a lot of shaping, like I've shaped a lot of mounds. I had it when I shaped the skate park that I built. I've had it when I've shaped exactly what you said. I
Yeah.
shaped a slide with one, on the side of a mound. It was like 2 stories high. Shaped the whole thing with a vibe plate and then trimmed it all off. It was really good. Yeah, I quite
Yeah.
like them.
Oh, awesome, man. And you said you use like a bobcat or a posi track and that. Have you considered like getting one for yourself, or what do you do? Just hire one in when you need it, or
Um, yeah, I want to get one of the new. Oh, look, I'm a bit of a cat man, so I
yeah,
want to get probably either the new 255 or the 265. They had a demo day up here yesterday at my local dealer, and I was too busy on the ground to go, so I missed out. But I either want to get one of those or the new 285, just a real beast of a machine.
yeah,
Get a forestry mower and go play down some bush.
yeah. True, yeah. True in the bush, mate. Yeah.
Yeah,
I did. I got a chance to sit in the 255. Yeah, at the West Track
yeah. I've
site
sat in
at
one. They're
DDT. Yeah,
beautiful machines. Yeah,
yeah. It looked good. I had a Cat 239D, and I loved my little 239. But Yellow Machine Sales, Brenton. Here
I
we
know.
go.
He's the one who texted me. I'm sorry, mate.
Yeah, I think I spoke to him when I was there at DDT. Yeah,
Yeah, he's good. He's a
but
good bloke.
he is good. They're doing like a tour. West Track's doing like a tour. Is that what they were doing at your thing? They're doing like
Yeah,
a tour thing through. I don't know, like a trial thing for the 255s on there. Yeah.
Brenton, are you going to go to the one at Bathurst? Because if you go, I'll be there. I'm going to make it to that one.
Ah,
So
there you go,
yeah,
Brenton. You might have a sale. Can I get a commission for that?
yeah.
Yeah.
Send me the quote.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, I almost bought a 259. I wanted to upgrade to a 259 back a few years ago. I'll tell you what, the prices have gone up. They've gone up since I used to look at buying one. They've gone up heaps, but
Yeah,
everything has.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
There you go. Brenton's saying he'll be there. There you go.
All right,
Oh,
we'll talk there.
looks like you're committed now. That's bad.
Yeah.
Next time we speak, you'll be in your 255 driving around.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
all right. They're comfy, air ride and heated seat. That's all right by
I
me.
know. Yeah, no, they're nice, man. Nice machines. I wouldn't mind testing one myself, actually. Brenton, I wouldn't mind testing one. I need to do a good review on one. He'll still be waiting. Oh man. All right. So what advice would you give to anyone that wants to start out on their own? So whether they've been in the machine or not, like what advice would you give to them if they were starting out?
Um, Definitely try and have some money behind you. You, if you buy a brand new machine, you'll definitely need some money behind you, but you're going to need money for all sorts of other tools, whether to maintain your machine. Well, when I say don't maintain my machine, I do basic maintenance and I fix things when they break, minor things, but you need all
Yeah,
that. You got to have, you're going to need the 2 grand for the laser. You're going to need, all that kind of stuff. You're going to need to be able to afford your accountant. You're going to be able to afford your insurances and have a bit of money in the bank. Like I bought all my stuff secondhand, and I've had weeks where you know you go over the pits and you, you got transmission leaks and your excavator breaks down in the middle of the road and you got to skull drag it off and
yeah,
that's going to be expensive. So um, yeah, you got to have a bit of money. Definitely try and if you can have any money, just in the bank, that'll really help you out. Just have I've caught it close to the wire a few times, and it's really been tough. But yeah, if you can have a bit of money, do your research as well on what machine you want to buy, what rates are going around. Um, if you are going to buy brand new or second hand, whatever you want to do is, there's no right or wrong there. It's just what you prefer. Do your research. Do your research. Do your research.
yeah,
That'd be my biggest advice. Yeah,
yeah. Yeah, that's true. And most guys that I've had on here say that. Yeah, do your research. Make sure you're happy with what you're going to get. What sort of work you're going to get. What size machine do you need? All
yeah,
that stuff. Yeah.
yeah. Like,
Mm.
yeah. And I think one of the best bit of advice, I can't remember who said it on your show, but when you do choose a machine, make sure it's the machine that you want because, it's going to be your bum in it when you're paying it off. So, yeah, make it sure it's the one you want. And yeah,
No, cool, cool. No, good advice. Thank you.
yeah.
Do you use social media like? I know. Obviously, you post on Instagram and that. Do you use that to advertise, or how does that all work for you at the moment with social media?
Uh, well, I don't have a website, so I've just got Instagram at the moment. And um, yeah, I haven't, I've been pretty slack. I haven't posted many of the really good things that I've done. The skate park was probably the biggest thing, but I've done other really big high profile jobs that I just haven't posted. I'll need to do some flashbacks when I post some of the really good jobs I've built. But
Yeah,
yeah, I've never got a job out of Instagram, but it's cool to. I want to build it up so I can just say, oh, go to my Instagram or go to my website. That's my portfolio.
yeah,
Sorry. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's true. That's what like Shane from TerraPro was saying. That a lot of times he just posts things up, and then people just
Mm,
can use that to see what he does. You know what I mean? So it gives them a bit of a perspective on the type of work he does.
yeah.
So I suppose it can be handy. Yeah, yeah.
Mm,
Sometimes we might think we're not winning anything out of it, but by putting it out there, you might be just like refreshing people's memories about you, like saying, "Oh, yeah, that's right, we've got Alex. That's right, Alex can do this," and then we might call him.
yeah.
Who knows? It might work.
Yeah.
Um, there you go. I found that a lot of guys used to after I put a post up, I'd get a couple of phone calls or texts like, "Hey man, what's your posi track doing next week?" Because they've seen me doing something with a posi track. Planting
Yeah.
seeds.
But
TerraPro.
that's
Planting
exactly
seeds.
right. Yeah.
That's that's the one,
Stay,
man.
stay in the back of everyone's mind.
That's it. That's it. They always remember. Oh, that's right. He's got a posi. That's right. He's got a five. Yeah, exactly. Awesome. Awesome. Um, so do you see yourself? So I know you were talking about a 5-year plan before. Where do you see yourself going in the next, 2 to 5 years? Like, what's the plan?
Um, yeah, putting operators on, putting landscapers on, trying to diversify what I'm doing. I don't just want to be um, just a wet hire guy doing hourly. That it's great work and it's bread and butter kind of stuff. But I really want to challenge myself, and I've got that goal of, I built this one park. It was 25 acres. I spent 2.5 years building it when I was working for this other company, and I poured my heart and soul to this place. And my favorite thing is, taking people out there to show it off, say, "Oh, I built that," and that's what I want to do, but have my name on it. To be proud of the work I do, uh, and be able to, you know, have people enjoy it. So that's what I'm into.
Yeah.
That's where I
No,
want to
I
be.
think, yeah, I agree, man. I think that's awesome. It's awesome that you didn't just say to make more money, because I think a lot. You can hear a chopper. Sorry, guys. There's always choppers coming over here. We must be in a bad area. The police choppers are always hovering low here. So yeah, no, I think it's good that you didn't just say money, because I think a lot of times guys say, "Oh, I just want to go. I want to grow and get the business going so I can make more money, put people on that." But what you're saying is you actually want to be able to challenge yourself, change things a little bit, so that you're not just, I suppose, in the machine operating. You can actually be out challenging yourself, doing different things, and then you can see the finished products and say, I did this, I made that.
Yeah,
That's good.
yeah.
That's really good, man. Good to hear.
Oh, it's great. Like, I'll run into local skaters and go, "Oh, have you ever been to this skate park? Oh yeah, I built that." I'm like, "Oh really? Have you done any others? Can you build this one? Can you do a half pipe in my backyard? Yes, sweet." Um, you know,
Yeah.
that I've had a few of those, so yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's
Um,
good. Yeah.
yeah.
Awesome, man. Awesome. So if listeners wanted to get in touch with you, or potential customers want to get in touch with you on that, what is the best way to get in touch?
Um, just Instagram at the moment. I need to get my button gear and get myself a website, but I haven't got anything like that yet. So just Instagram at the moment, or uh, yeah, just Instagram, I guess.
Yeah.
I need to post myself on your website. I've been really slack. I've said every time you're on a live, I keep on saying, "Oh, I need to join," but I really do. As soon as I get off this, I'm going to join.
Yeah,
Get my name
good
on it.
man. Good man, good man. That's it. I always tell everyone, look, I can't guarantee anyone's going to get work out of it, but I'm trying to build like a central hub where everyone can just go to it. And as soon as you think, who am I going to use for this? Or I need a bobcat or a posi track, or I need a formwork thing. Oh, you go on Earthworks Hub. So it'll grow. It'll grow. So do it, man. Yeah, definitely do it. Definitely do it.
I will.
That's it, man. That's it. No, and I really appreciate you coming on here. Is there anything else that you wanted to add? Is there something I haven't asked that you want to talk about, or?
You always ask this question. I always have answers, but I'm drawing a blank again. No, no, I love what you're doing. I love that there's a bit of a community with the in the earth moving world, and it's not like you're trying to branch it out and just include other people, like anyone in the civil kind of world,
Yeah,
construction world, really. And I really respect that. So I'm stoked to be here, and I really, everyone. Yeah, it's really good having a community, and it is a small community. Everyone talks, but it's really good when everyone gets along and helps each other. And I think that's really good. Like, you built that website to help each other, so that people can help one another, and
yeah.
I think that's really good. And a lot of other industries can probably take note of that. So yeah.
Oh, thanks very much, man. Thank you. No, it's good. Good to hear, man. All right. Hey, thank you very much for coming on, man. I know it was live, so it's probably not as easy as doing it sort of personal one-on-one.
No, that's not.
But it worked well, man. It worked good. What do you think? Did it go all right?
I was a bit nervous, but I've got a few cans of good courage, so I've been all
Oh, the same, don't worry, man. Same, same.
right.
It's funny, man. I'm the one asking questions, and I get nervous. It's funny. I always pace around before we start. I'm thinking, oh, what am I going
Oh,
to say?
I'm pouring in the morning, and I didn't leave site till like 7 o'clock, and I was in the bogey, and I raced home, and I walked in like 10 minutes before it started. I didn't have a chance to read anything, and I had to set up my phone and everything so I could do this. And I was like, oh, I'm not prepared at all. I just, oh, you'll be all right. Just wing it. See
No,
how you go.
you know what, man? Sometimes, and this is what I tell a lot of people, that it's better when we just do it, just off the cuff. Because if we try and rehearse things and do things like properly and read questions and that, it doesn't work out always. Sometimes it sounds too rehearsed. It's actually the best like this, man. We just talk it out.
Yeah.
It is what it is, you know.
Well,
So
we're only, yeah, we're only people, We're just people in the game and having fun. So
yeah,
it doesn't have
that's
to be
you know
too
what.
formal.
That's exactly right, man. And that's what this industry has taught me, because I came from the corporate world. So same thing. I went to uni, did a business management degree, worked for 11 years in the corporate world, and everything had to be by the book. You had to be professional, talk a certain way, all these things. And it was like constant pressure. Like apart from the job, you got all these other side things that you got to look out for.
Mm.
Whereas as soon as I started in Earthworks, it was like, first day on site, people are swearing, calling each other, hey, dickhead, this, that. And I was like, what the hell is this? I remember coming on site. I came onto a site and I said, oh, where do I go? And he goes, I'll go see that dickhead over there. And I was like, what? Did you just say that? And I was like, we never used to swear in the office, but it's just a different thing. Everyone just says it as it is. And I've learned to adapt to that now. So
Yeah.
I think, like you say, we're just people, man. I've come to learn we're just people. Everyone's different. So,
Yeah. No, that's right.
yeah. Nah, cool, man. Cool. Thank you very much for joining me. And to all the listeners as well, thanks for joining. I know, like I said, this was a bit of an ad hoc thing, but I hope you enjoyed the show. Alex, I wish you all the best with the business, and we'll keep in touch, and make sure you go in and sign in to list yourself on Earthworks Hub.
No, I will.
And everybody else as well, man. If you haven't listed yourself on there, go in, even register yourself online with earthworkshub.com.au and listen in. This will be posted up probably this week sometime. So if you missed it or you wanted to go back and hear something, you can always go on. So I'm on YouTube, Spotify, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Apple, I don't know, you name it. Earthworks Hub is on it. So make sure you listen in. Thank you very much for joining us, Alex. Thanks again, mate.
Thanks for having me, mate. Appreciate it.
No problem. Guys, thanks for tuning in. I'll see you all on the next one. Take it easy. Bye-bye.